to discuss BlackArch, one of the Linux distribution. What is BlackArch? BlackArch is a penetration testing distribution based on Arch Linux that provides a large amount of cybersecurity tools. It is also an open source distro created especially for penetration testers and security researchers. History of BlackArch Linux. According to DistroWatch, there have been 3 stable releases of BlackArch since 2014, released on roughly an annual basis. The system requirements of BlackArch: 2 GHz quad-core processor, 6 GB random access memory, 50 GB disk space, and high-definition graphics card. Arch can run to the smallest computer you have for daily use with lightweight E8. 2 GB RAM is enough if you don't need games and some virtualization. But if you use Photoshop and Steam games, you need RAM and battery card.
How to install BlackArch Linux. Step 1. On the BlackArch login screen, enter the password BlackArch, then press the Enter key to access the BlackArch ISO desktop. Step 2. Find the Install BlackArch icon on the BlackArch Linux desktop and click on it to open up the installer. After double-clicking on the installer, a password window prompt will appear. Enter BlackArch as the password. Step 3. Read the BlackArch welcome screen, then click on the Next button to move the next page in the installer. Step 4. Using the world map, select where you live. Doing this will allow you to set up the correct time zone for BlackArch Linux. Click Next to move the page when you've chosen your location. Step 5. You must now select your keyboard layout using the selector. Choose the keyboard layout to use with BlackArch Linux. Click on Next when done to move to the next page. Step 6. After selecting a keyboard layout, you'll need to choose a storage device for installation. Choose the drive you wish to install using the drop-down menu. Then select Erase Disk. Click Next when down to the move to the next page. Step 7. Following setting up the hard drive setup, you'll have to configure your username, password, computer name, and root password. Using the keyboard, fill out all text boxes. Step 8. With your username, computer name, password, and root password configured, the BlackArch installation tool will show you a detailed summary of what it will do during the installation process. Take a look at this summary and read it to understand what will happen during the installation process. When you finish reading the summary, click on the Install button to start the installation process of BlackArch Linux on your computer. The last one, Step 9. When you select the Install button, BlackArch Linux will begin installing on your computer. This process will take some time to complete. When the process is finished, the BlackArch is set up on your computer, you must reboot your installed OS. Log in to use BlackArch Linux on your desktop or laptop when you finish rebooting. BlackArch features. It currently contains over 1,800 tools. Number 1. A live ISO with multiple window managers. Stay out of the way to allow users get to their jobs without any distractions. Includes DWM, FHXBox, OpenBox. Number 2. Support for multiple architectures. There was a support for only i686 and x86_64 based architectures in 2014. Within 3 months, support for ARMv 6H and ARMv 7H was added with over 600 tools. Number 3. An installer with the ability to build from source. Instead of pitching the pre-built package from a repository as Pacman does, this will get the source of code and simple from source, similar to Emerge available on the Gen 2 system, but Blackman is not a featured. Number 4. Over 1,800 tools. This is a quite impressive considering that a few years ago when the project has begun, there were about few available tools for users. The tools are organized in over 400 different groups. Example, BlackArch anti-forensic packages used for countering forensic activities, including encryption, steganography, and anything that modifies files or files attributes. Another example, BlackArch automation, BlackArch decompiler, BlackArch defensive, BlackArch DOS, BlackArch networking. Number 5. Install package individually or in groups. Allows you to install tools individually or in groups with the modular package feature. Desktop environment. BlackArch only provides the XFC desktop environment in Slim ISO, but provides multiple free configures window managers in the full ISO. Similar to Kali Linux and Parrot OS, BlackArch can be bumped to an ISO image and run as a live system.